There is so much to love about Surah Maryam, but you probably already know the story of Prophet Zakaria alayhi salam and the story of Maryam and Isa alayhi salam. But beyond that, one of my favorite verses is actually towards the very end of the surah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is portraying to us something Jibril alayhi salam said to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So if you don't already know, there was a period of time where revelation was temporarily cut off from the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam at the time did not know that this was a temporary pause. It's said that that period was approximately 40 days, and when the Prophet ﷺ finally saw Jibril alayhi again, he asked him, "Why do you not come to me more often?" And Jibril's response is quite literally the verse that says, وَمَا نَتَنَزَّلُ إِلَّا بِأَمْرِ رَبِّكَ لَهُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِينَا وَمَا خَلْفَنَا وَمَا بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ نَسِيًّا. And we do not descend except by the will of your Lord. The Prophet ﷺ only receives revelations at the exact time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed for him to receive revelations. لَهُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِينَا وَمَا خَلْفَنَا وَمَا بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ. So to him belongs what is before us, between our hands, what is behind us, وَمَا بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ, and what is between both of those. Now the scholars, the ulama, have defined this as meaning what is before us is this life, and what is behind us is the afterlife. And وَمَا بَيْنَ ذَلِكَ, what is between those two realms. Now my favorite part, and he says, وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ نَسِيًّا, and your Lord is never forgetful. How reassuring is this from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because he knew the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asking this from a place of anxiety and uncertainty from the sudden pause in revelation. So he's telling him, وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ نَسِيًّا, and your Lord is never forgetful, like he could have not forgotten you in that time. And what's nice about this statement is that it's a general description of a quality that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is never forgetful. It's not linguistically only applied to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, meaning that it applies to you and me as well. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forget the du'as you made that you did not receive in this life. He will never forget the pain and injustice that you ever experienced. He will never forget that you were really, really tired the other night and you did not want to get up and pray Aisha, but you still did. It immediately boosts your iman to just listen to that verse, because it's such an absolute statement. وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ نَسِيًّا. It's like it could not possibly be an option that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgotten you.